How can you foster that sort of an environment where people they're okay with speaking up? They're not afraid to challenge the boss or challenge other
Mhm.
people. How do you foster that?
So there's a couple of ways to answer it. One is when we think about from an EOS standpoint, how do we foster it? We teach it, but teaching's only going to get you so far. So this is something we're modeling from the first time we're with people. It's getting everybody in the room to speak up. Our first day, if you and I were to implement EOS, our first day together, about 3 hours in, we're going to bring you into some pretty serious conflict or tension about our accountability chart, who sits where and who should really be on the team. And that's where we start inviting everybody in the team to speak up, right? And so it's a learned behavior, right?
I've always been curious about EOS coaches, how they're able to go into a business kind of like a law firm, and it could. I mean, you have personal injury law firms we were talking about before about different people that are in the guild, like family law. It could be criminal defense.
Mm-hmm.
They're all operated a little differently because they just do different practice
Mm-hmm.
areas. Some spend a lot of time in court, some don't. How are you able to go in and analyze those firms and kind of determine what the seat should be on the bus and who
Mm-hmm.
should go in those seats? I'm sure some of it's pretty basic, but there are, with different niches, there are different ways of operating them. So I do wonder how you're able to do that.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, if we're doing it, my job is not to analyze the firm and decide who should sit where. My job, I'm actually, if I'm willing to wade into the discomfort, because look, we get just as uncomfortable as our clients. If I'm willing to wade into the discomfort of not knowing what it should look like, then I can do a better job. Because my job is to observe the team and let the team get to the conclusion of who should be where and what the seat should be. When I say seats, I'm thinking, an accountability chart.
Right. Yeah.
How should we structure the business? And my job is to let the team get there. Certainly I'm going to help them. And I can give them examples and models, and here's the way I've done it at different places. And bringing forth the experience and real examples really helps them a lot. But I have to make sure that I don't get too vested in the answer, because I want to get them to, here's what we think the seat should be, and here's who we think who should be in each seat, and let them own that decision. And realize that EOS is an iterative process. If we don't get it right, it'll clean itself out.
Right. That's I think it sounds like a very wise way of doing it too. What's interesting is it does seem like a lot of law firm owners, they know the things that they're supposed to do. It's almost like they need someone to not really tell them, but just kind of like draw it out of them almost.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I race bicycles for fun. I know what to do, but if I write a check to a coach, I tend to listen to him or her.
Yeah.
And it's not just the money, but it's I know what to do, but I know 38 things to do. If I have somebody that I trust and I pay that says, okay, do this week and this week and this week, it's not that I couldn't figure that out on my own. It's that I've got other stuff to do. Yeah. And that bit of clarity and focus is worth a lot.